Hi, this is Dreama, and today we are doing a client reading. And as always, I know the name of the client and they know their name, but I won't be saying it in this video. Now, today's reading is a 21 card spread. It's past, present, and future, and it is just a general card reading. Now, I've already actually spread the cards out, and the reason I did this is just because this is such a large spread. There's 21 cards, and I want to make sure I have enough time to explain all the cards in detail in the video. Okay. Now, how it's going to work is the top row of cards will actually indicate and tell us things about the past. And the center row will actually help us understand the present, okay? And lastly, the row down here will help us see what the future may be for the client, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start actually in the past, and we're going to do, actually I'll turn over about 3 cards at a time. If I can get them to, there we go. Okay. All right. It looks like we have the High Priestess. We have the 9 of Swords, and then we have the 9 of Pentacles. I'm going to start with the High Priestess. Now, remember, we're talking about the past. Now, this card, the High Priestess, is a very powerful card. And so, what that tells me is that there was some time in the past where the client felt sort of that, well, they longed to feel. I don't think they did. I think they wanted to feel empowered and powerful like the High Priestess. But what I'm getting is that it looks like there was something that happened in the past that caused the client to actually become a little wiser about things. This could have something to do with a relationship where things just actually got, you know, kind of out of hand for the client. And you wanted to become more empowered. It was something that you strive to do. And you learned some lessons along the way. Okay? All right, next we have the 9 of Swords. Now, this is an interesting card because this card, what I'm getting about this is that it looks to me like there was something that happened to the client that was actually caused them a lot of pain and despair. This is a card about pain and deception and things like that. And what I'm getting is that someone very close to the client actually deceived you quite badly. And this caused a lot of pain and a lot of suffering, okay, in the past. Now, the next card I want to talk about is the 9 of Pentacles. And this card is interesting as it pertains to the past because to me it's almost as if this person is kind of surrounded by all these things that are good. But what I'm getting from it is that it looked like the client worked very, very hard on certain aspects of their life to actually make it better, to try to recover from this deception and pain and feeling of being empowered. Okay, I really think that someone caused some harm through some sort of deception with the client to actually make them feel as if they were powerless and they wanted to become more powerful. And it looks as though this is something in the past that the client worked very hard on. Okay? All right, let's move to the next 3. Okay, we have the King of Cups, the 6 of Rods, and the Judgment card. Okay, first let's talk about the King. Now, again, the King is a very powerful card. And what I'm getting about this card is that I think there was something going on that had something to do with responsibility. And what I mean by that is that whatever happened to the client, it looks like you had to work very, very hard to get past that in the past, and that you took a lot of that responsibility upon yourself and actually burdened yourself with that responsibility, okay? And I think by doing so, sometimes it kind of helps to, you know, channel your pain and things into other areas of your life. And I think that may have been what has happened in this case. Okay, next we have the Six of Rods. Now, this is an interesting card because I'm not sure how well you can see, but the man on the horse is holding all these wands, and he's kind of going off in the distance. And what I'm getting from that is some sort of desire, okay, to actually take on burdens and move forward in your life. And as the Knight is going this way, what I'm thinking is that in the past, it looks like you took some steps to try to move forward with your life and leave the pain and deception behind in the past. Next, we have the Judgment card. Now, this is an interesting card because I'm not sure how well you can see it, but it actually kind of looks like an angel, and they are blowing a horn of some sort, okay? And what I'm getting from this card is almost like a change of, things are changing, okay? It looks like when you tried to do this, you made some sort of big change in your life to make things better for yourself. And I think that's what this is about. I think you were trying to make things better than they were, and it was a drastic change for you. Okay, and the last card, now this is for the past, remember, is the Four of Pentacles. Now, this is interesting too. Again, as it pertains to the past, what I'm getting from this card is that it looks as though all that hard work that you were doing, it looks like you were focusing on maybe one area and trying to change this one area of your life. I also see that you were starting to reap some sort of benefits from the change that you had made, and things in the past were starting to get a little better for you. Okay, next we're going to move to the present. And we have the Wheel. And the Knight of Swords. Yeah, never fails. I can never pick these up. They stick. Okay, there we go. And the Chariot. Okay, now, the present is what we're talking about now. Now, the first card that I turned up was the Wheel. And what that tells me is that there is something going on right now in your life that is giving you hope that things are going to be more successful for you, that things are going to begin to work out and your life is going to get better. You still are carrying that hope deep within inside of you, okay? And next we have the Knight of Swords. Now, this is a very interesting card. It's also, again, a very powerful card. And what I'm getting from that is it looks as though there is something going on right now in your life that someone has some sort of opposition towards you. They are opposing some of these changes that you've made and some of the things that you have done, and they're actually trying to stop you from achieving some of these goals. Okay, and next we have the Chariot. Now, this is an interesting card also because, you know, what I'm getting from this card is it looks as though there is some sort of trouble. And I think it's got something to do with this opposition. This person is actually causing problems within your life right now. And I think in the past it looks like you tried to get things straightened out. But now someone is actually trying to interrupt things again. Okay? All right. And next we have the Page of Pentacles. And we have Temperance. And we have the Ten of Rods. Okay. All right. First I want to talk about the Page. And remember, we're talking again about the present. Okay. And what I'm getting from the Page is that it seems to be there's something, this person that's doing things to oppose you. It looks like someone has been telling you things, bringing you messages and you know, keeping you updated on what's going on, which actually is only making the situation even worse for you. If they haven't brought you the news yet, there's someone that is going to tell you, if they haven't done so already, what exactly is going on, okay? And the next card would be the Temperance card. Now, this is an interesting card because I'm not sure how well you can see it, but, you know, this is actually a really good card. It is a card, though, that, you know, what I'm getting from it is some sort of unfortunate combination. And whoever this person is that's opposed to you, and possibly the person that either has or is to bring you news, this is some sort of bad combination, you and this person. For some reason, this connection that you have with this person actually really is not a good combination. It's something that's only going to bring you pain and burdens and things like that. And that shows next in the Ten of Rods, because what I see there is that you're carrying way too many burdens, okay? This man is carrying a very heavy load, and he's going off into the distance. And sometimes when we carry too many burdens, we have a tendency to want to get away and run. And I'm kind of getting that from this card, that you kind of feel as though everything is coming down on you all at once. And there are times when you feel like you need to escape, okay? All right, and lastly, we have the Nine of Cups. Now, that's an interesting card because this is a card about things, you know, about success and good things and things like that. So what that tells me is that even though you feel as though you are burdened and you want to get away, there are times when you do feel as if you're getting somewhere, as if your life is getting better, okay? However, I don't think that feeling is something that lasts for you all the time. But it does feel at times that it's getting better, and other times it feels like you're just carrying too much. Okay, and our last line will actually be the future. And we have the Ace of Cups, the World, and the Two of Cups. Okay, now remember we're talking about the future, okay? First I'd like to talk about the Ace. Now, actually, this is a really good card. This tells me that in the future there is going to be some sort of abundance. You know, a lot of good things are going to happen to you. These could be financial, or it could be in your family or your love life. But it looks like all the way around, things are going to get better for you in the future, okay? Next, I want to talk about the World. Now, this is an interesting card because this is a card about almost as if there's going to be a change. That's what I'm getting. Everything goes in a circle, and there'll come a time in the future where you would feel as though your life has come full circle, and you will want to make that change. And this won't be something that goes up and down. It'll be a time when you actually know for sure that you want to make a change, and you will do it. Okay, next we have the Two of Cups. Now, this is an interesting card because this is a card, actually, if you can see it, there's two people in the card, and they kind of have their heads together. And this is a card about love. I think that in the future, there's going to be someone in your life that actually you're going to have a very strong emotional and love connection to. Someone you will feel very passionate about, and I think they will make you feel almost complete, as if there's like a circle here in the card, as if everything has come full circle and it is complete. Okay, now we have the Hermit, the Lovers, and the Five of Cups. Okay. Now, what I'm getting from this is that it looks like that after this time of great happiness and change in the future, there's going to come a time where you're going to seek to be solitude, kind of cocoon yourself, and you're not going to want to actually go out there and, you know, become involved with other people. You're going to become a very solitude person, a person who's well content with this new person in your life and this change. And it's going to be a very safe and happy place for you. Next, we have the Lover. Now, this card is about emotional love and connections. So that tells me that in the future, this love that you will find is going to continue. okay? And it's going to only grow deeper and more emotionally connected as time goes on. Next, we have the Five of Cups. Now, this is kind of an interesting card because we've had really good cards up until now, but what I'm getting from this card is that I really think that, as you can see, there is a castle here and some cups here, down here. I'm really getting that there's going to be some sort of offering in one of these cups, an offering of possibly marriage to these people, okay, or this person, excuse me, that has caused you so much happiness. So I really think it's going to be some sort of marriage that will be proposed to you, but I think there's going to be some bitterness and frustration and problems that go along with that marriage. And it may be that this person has some extra baggage that they're lugging around. And whatever that is, this proposal that you will receive, I really think it's going to be something that is going to be very hard for you, the client, to do. There's going to be some circumstances that will make that a very difficult decision, okay? And lastly, we have the Five of Pentacles. Now, that's an interesting card because this card is really, it's not a good card. Really the only way I know how to say it. And what I'm getting from this card is that I really think that there's going to be someone very close to you, husband, wife, friend, lover, someone very close to you, that there's going to be some problem. And I think it's going to be some sort of financial problems that will happen. And it may be with this person that you're involved with. But whatever it is, I really think there's going to be a lot of financial problems in the future for you and this person, okay? All right, that does conclude my reading for today. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me, and I do hope to see you all again.